This is a podcast called 25 Whistles, talking football, and they all wear a whistle. Yeah, it's stupid, but what did you expect? It's a podcast called 25 Whistles. 25 Whistles.
Everybody, welcome to the show. Mike, hit it. Thank you. We are back. I was pulling into the studio here a minute ago. You know how if there's traffic backed up and a car's trying to get through the traffic line, there was a Wendy's nearby. And so he was in the middle just trying to get over to the Wendy's. And so I'd pulled up too close to the car behind me for him to get through. And his window was down. And he was really giving me the mean eye. And he was like saying some crap too. And we were right beside each other.
His window's down, yours was not.
Mine was up. So I didn't see him there, but he thinks I should have left a gap for him to pull through to the Wendy's. Fine. All good. I can understand him being irritated at that. So I rolled my window down. And I said, because he was pissed. And I said, hey, man, I didn't see you. I'm sorry about that. And he's like, oh, man, no problem.
Really? Change that quick?
Well, yeah. When the windows are up, it's like the internet.
Well, I didn't think he wanted to fight me, but it just shows you all you have to do is like be human with somebody and they'll be human back.
Yes, sir.
Because he was in like a work truck. And I get it. You probably hate your job.
Mm-hmm.
You go on, he's like plumbing, heating.
You still have a lot of hours left in your shift.
It was early because we do this like 11 o'clock. And he was just like, I was like, hey, man, I'm really sorry. Oh, man, it's okay.
You know what? You can't really argue with, hey, man, I'm sorry. You know, like, what are you going to say? Yeah, sorry, my butt. Like,
Yeah.
you know-
I didn't do it. I definitely didn't do it on purpose.
Yeah.
And I didn't do anything wrong. It's not like when you pull up and you're in the middle of an intersection and you're like, oh, I just wasn't paying attention. I should have pulled this far because the light is.
Yeah.
So that just happened outside. Felt pretty good. It made the world a brighter place today.
Did he smile after?
Nah. He was
Oh, okay.
He still stayed not. He also could have been hungry. I didn't think about that.
Sure. Of course, he's headed to Wendy's.
It could have been. So that just happened. I wanted to talk about something I did that was really stupid. So I brought this Dallas Cowboys helmet in.
Oh,
And Kevin, you don't know this story yet.
this is bad.
Nope.
So this is a triple signature Cowboys helmet. I know it's Emmitt Smith. I know it's Michael Irvin.
Oh, my God.
I don't know who the other one is.
Probably Aikman.
It seems like it might be Aikman. I guess I could go to. Like if we go to the, I don't know. You can go to the
does
site.
it have a number?
Yeah. The problem is I left it in the window and the sun completely
Oh, no.
faded all
Look
three of
at
the
that,
autographs.
I was looking at it. I was like, is that invisible ink?
You can
So
barely
you can
see
barely
it.
see it. And I guess I could figure out whose it is, but I left it in the window and it has faded all three. So this is a helmet that probably would have been like $2,500 to $3,000 because it's a real helmet, old school helmet.
And
It's
it's
heavy.
triple.
It's a triple
signatures.
autograph.
Now, here's the deal, though. Can you stencil or trace some of those autographs and play off like it's still there?
No.
Get someone with a steady hand.
Because you could see it enough to where you could trace it if if you were careful.
I don't think so. I mean, this was me being stupid.
Yeah.
I just left it in the window
yeah.
and the sun did what the sun does. It faded.
Man.
Yeah. Nobody
So-
really blame but yourself. I
Hey,
guess.
so now we're really gonna assume that's Aikman. Let's just call
Well,
it.
I can have somebody look it up. Can I give this? Hey, Dylan, can I give this to you? On the back of these, and you can let me know, there's three different, like type those numbers in on the three different sites. Okay.
Gosh.
Dylan played college football.
Yeah.
We should have him sign it
Yes.
Yeah.
with the other
And
three.
your number on there.
Yeah. Whenever you are done, just raise your hand up and I'll see you and we'll go back to it. So, all right. So I just wanted to share that I really,
Dang.
really.
Were you super bummed when you
goofed
saw
up.
that?
Nah.
Oh, okay.
I
would have
just-
been. Well,
I just
Eddie
remember
would have
telling
been
Eddie.
I
fine.
would, dude. When he told me, I'm like, you've got to be kidding. And I didn't see it. He was telling me about it. I said, I'm like, let me go. It can't be that bad. Let me go look at it. Oh, it's bad.
I wasn't super bummed. I was a little annoyed because it's obvious. It's right in the freaking window
The big three.
of the studio house.
Yeah. Yeah. And that sun. Yeah, it gets told. That's something your kids would do, Eddie.
Yeah, that reminds me of one time when somebody came by the studio. I don't remember who it was, but they brought us back like official World Series baseballs. Do you remember they were used during the World
Locash?
Series? Locash, that's who it was.
Dang, you remember who brought us the gifts?
Dang, dude.
It was a long time ago. And so I remember I took one of those home, and at one point my son got a Sharpie and wrote Babe Ruth on it, almost like Sandlot.
Sandlot, dude, yeah.
And he did RUTHE. It's pretty
Oh,
funny.
no.
So that reminded me of that.
Dylan, you having trouble?
Well, first one pulls up definitely Emmitt Smith.
Okay.
Start on the second one.
Oh, okay. So, but you do see how what's going on. Okay. If anything is off,
That's
let me know.
pretty cool. You can just look at that number and look it up.
That's how you authenticate it because they've authenticated it. And so instead of sending like a document, it
Yeah.
gives you a tag with the number on it so you can look it up on the internet.
That's cool.
Troy Aikman believes, speaking of Troy, and I'm not sure if it's Troy Aikman or not, but he believes that today's NFL players might be getting hurt during the season because they don't take enough punishment during training camp.
Dang.
Is this just old school guys saying old school stuff?
Yeah.
Would this be like Barry Sanders going, I think they're weak because they get too much water at practice?
Yeah.
Yeah. But it's also kind of true, right? It's got to be a little bit true.
Don't you think if it were kind of true or a little bit true and it was proven that we're kind of or a little bit true, they wouldn't do it because they have enough science monitoring technology? And don't you think they're weighing injuries during training camp and players that don't even get to play in the season, which happens a lot versus the other way around?
Yeah. And then the more I think about it, the more I'm like, well, I bet more people got injured back in the day, but it wasn't accounted for.
Like they got concussions and never said anything about it.
Exactly.
They played with torn ACLs
Yeah,
partially.
played through it.
If they're aligned.
And so that's what Troy's thinking of. He's like, I know we played through all these injuries, and it's like, well, it's just different times, Troy.
Is the game faster now and tougher now than
I
it
don't
used
think
to
it's
be?
tougher. I think it's
You
faster.
don't think those hits are tougher now?
I think that guys are stronger, yes, but
Okay.
tougher is different because a wide receiver would go across the middle and get killed
Yes. Yes.
back
they
in the
would.
80s and 90s. Dylan, you got it? Who are the three?
Troy Aikman,
Oh!
Michael Irvin, Emmett Smith.
Troy Aikman, Michael Irvin, and
Yeah.
Smith.
So nobody.
Okay. Would you
nobody
hand that
up it.
back over here?
Oh man, that is just that's a crime, man.
Well, one of these guys on his helmet believes that players now are soft.
Troy likes his old guy takes.
Yeah, and he's smart enough to know because he's not total old guy that his old guy takes will probably go viral.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
You think he cares about going viral?
he's a media,
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess so.
and also he has like a beard. He goes on podcasts and sells like
yeah.
big tech
Oh, a
beard.
beard. I thought you said beard. I'm like,
Yeah,
oh, he grew a
beard.
beard.
It's like sells his beard, huh?
I'm gonna see how much his helmet would have gone for. Helmet with
Oh.
Troy Aikman, Emmett Smith, Michael Irvin,
It
signed.
gets worse.
Well, I don't think it's gonna be more than what I said. It could be less at this point.
What did you say?
Oh,
Oh,
it would
no.
have gone for $3,000.
Oh my good. Do we have to trace that?
You can't trace that.
You have
Dude.
to. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, Emmett Smith, Michael Irvin, Troy Aikman on NFLShop.com.
What do you do with it now?
It's trash.
Sign your price $2,649. It's not
What are you gonna do
it's
with
still
it,
a
man?
new helmet.
It's just a helmet.
It's a Cowboys helmet.
It's a literal 90s Cowboys helmet.
I know, but say you put this was from the 90s? This whole helmet was?
Well, look at that's how they were made then.
Yeah.
So it's an older helmet.
You think you put this in your office, and then when people come by your office, you're like, yeah, see this helmet right here is pretty cool. It's it was signed by Emmett Smith, Troy Aikman, and Michael Irvin, but you can barely see it. No one's gonna think that's cool.
Do you want to try to re-sign it?
Yes.
You just get one shot.
Yeah. Hey, let's all do a player. You do Troy Aikman.
I call Emmett.
I'll do.
Well,
Michael Irvin.
somebody's signature looks a lot lighter on that thing.
There's one that you can barely see.
I'm talking about like easy to trace because they put big letters.
I see a big. Is that Pete? No.
I can do the front one. See, the front one's pretty.
That's
you can
pretty
see that.
squiggly though.
Yeah. Yeah, that sucks.
It's gonna be all shaky. It's not gonna look good.
You can have it. You can have it, Eddie.
I can have this.
Yeah, you can have
No,
it.
it's trash. He doesn't want it.
Whoa, whoa,
I know it's
whoa,
trash.
whoa,
It's
whoa,
it's gone for trash.
Whoa, hold on. That really? I can have this.
You can have it. Yeah.
Wow.
I wouldn't re-sign over it though.
Are you sure? You read my mind.
He's gonna tell his boys to do it.
You can, but you'll never be able to sell it.
But I don't think you can sell it like this. You can barely see it. How would you put that on the description?
I think you have it, and it's just personally meaningful to you.
Yeah.
With light signatures on it.
Yeah. I put "Do not leave in sunlight."
If you want to, I know.
Don't do what I did.
Disclaimer.
But yeah, you can have it.
Well, thank you. It really is really cool. And to think that those three were touching this helmet.
The signatures are still there.
I know.
They're just light.
Thank you, man. That's cool. Thank you.
There's a Shohei Ohtani jersey when he played in the World Baseball Classic that sold for $1.5 million. Just played.
Dang.
Is he gonna be one of the greatest
He may be the greatest baseball player of all time.
Oh, yeah.
already?
I mean, he doesn't have the career numbers
Mhm.
that those guys have, but if he plays another 10 years,
And continues what he's
He's-
doing today.
he's already, because he pitches, although they wouldn't let him pitch at the Classic.
Oh yeah.
No pitching.
Yeah.
But he is the best hitter in baseball.
Yeah.
And is a top 5, top 7 pitcher. And alone, either one of those guys are making $30, $40, $50 million a year.
Mm-hmm.
So yes, I think if his trajectory even dims a bit and he plays another 10 years, he ends up being the best player ever.
Wow.
Crazy is how big he is too.
I know, he's so big.
Like physically imposing, and he's fast. He's a freak.
You guys care at all about opening day?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
I
do.
wasn't ready for it, but
Well,
yeah.
it's kind of like in 3 stages. It's like the first Netflix night game.
Right.
I just like day. I think opening day should be it should be like March Madness. There should be like all the games going at the same time.
Yes, that'd be cool.
But I'm so in the middle of March Madness, I don't even care that much right now because my team is still in. I think if my team wasn't still in, I'd probably be like, let's see what the Cubs are up to.
It's important to you right now.
But also, it's like the Dodgers are just going to win it
I
anyway.
know. That's what sucks. It's like, are we going to do this again? It's almost like the Warriors 10 years ago where it's like, okay, this is fun and all, but at the end, we all know like what's going to happen.
Yeah, with the Warriors too, it was like, okay, they won the championship. Oh, Durant's joining the team
Oh, boy.
right after they won the championship. I've been watching a decent amount of NBA, not as much since we had the baby, and I used to just keep it on because I'll have NBA Sunday Ticket on and just watch it all the time, but never watch a game. I'd be doing other things while it was on. So I have some notes. These are my 3 NBA headlines as of right now, according to Barely More Than a Casual.
Let's go.
The Lakers are now good.
Hmm.
It's wild.
Mm-hmm.
And I think the Lakers are good now because LeBron is now the third option. LeBron is a really good third option. But Luka's a dude.
Could you have ever imagined saying that out loud?
No, but he's 41 now, so it makes sense. It was just, does LeBron know he's 41? And I feel like as a third option, Kevin, I don't know if you've been watching me at Laker games, but like he hustles. He dives. I feel like he is able to keep some of his energy and then use it in spurts.
Yeah, when he needs to.
Yep.
And he still looks like he's 25
Yep,
at some
at times,
Yes, I know.
So the Lakers are good. I think they may be the 3 in the West. You may have to look this up. If I'm just going from memory, they're probably 3 in the West right now.
Oklahoma, Spurs, Lakers.
Thunder, Spurs, probably Lakers. I'll need a check on that. But Luka 1, Austin Reeves 2, and LeBron as the third option. The Lakers are now pretty good. What do you see?
Yeah, Lakers at 3.
So that is one of my NBA headlines. Again, this is going to be super casual. We can talk Thunder, Spurs. It's another one of mine. Thunder's only have 2 games.
I know. Creeping up. The Spurs are creeping.
The Spurs are creeping. They're really good. Obviously, Wembanyama is freaking awesome, but they've got so much good young talent around him as
They
well.
do.
It's not just that. The Thunder, Jalen Williams has missed 45 games this year.
Mhm.
So I think like hamstring twice. There's another injury that kept him out at the beginning. But he's been out. Hartenstein's missed 20 games for the Thunder. Like, Jared McCain coming over from Philadelphia was like the greatest trade for the Thunder to be able to pull off, especially with all the injuries. AJ Mitchell's been awesome. So the Thunder are 2 games up. Spurs only 2 back, but the Thunder have been really playing hurt. But they are so deep.
Mm-hmm.
The Thunder are so deep.
Mm-hmm.
Their second 5, I think, could be 500.
Better
That's
than
crazy.
a lot of the teams that are at the bottom
Like
right
Casey Wallace has been playing really great. So I think their second 5, because Casey Wallace was probably a second team guy for them, but he's been playing so much because of all the injuries, especially Jalen Williams. But even my Jalen Williams, the guy from Arkansas,
Arkansas, Jalen
has
Williams.
been playing his brains out. It's awesome. That's the first ever NIL deal I did with Jalen Williams.
now. Dang, that's pretty cool.
That's cool to say.
At least he made it too. You're like,
Yeah.
that's
I paid
my
him.
guy.
I
Yeah,
paid
how
him
much?
to promote like $8,000 to promote Breaking Bobby Bones
Nice.
and a couple other things.
Like on social videos?
Yeah.
That's cool.
And then not only that, I haven't talked to him in a while. I mean, it's been a year. But when he first got in the league, he would call and be like, "Hey, what am I supposed to do? Like with money, I don't want to lose it all." Because him and I would talk a little bit because he grew up somewhat like I did.
Yeah.
I think his mom remarried later. I could be wrong about this, but he was like, "I don't want to lose all this money." So we would talk, and I'd be like, "Dude," he's like, "What can I invest in?" I was like, "I don't know anything about stocks, but I've never lost money in property." And it would be like, "I know you want some of the cool stuff like chains and necklaces and mine is shoes.
Mhm.
Like get a little because you don't want to go without because if you want to feel like you've made it." I said,
Yeah.
"But just don't get caught up until you get your second deal." Now, I haven't talked to him since those early on conversations, but that's kind of cool, huh?
That's
That's
awesome.
really cool.
And then when you give him advice, are you like, oh, what if it doesn't work out?
A lot of pressure.
is he gonna blame- like when people hit you up about fantasy
all the
advice, you're like,
properties
hey,
he bought.
before I give you advice, just know if it doesn't work, it's not my fault.
I would say that. Like, I am no expert, but I can
Yeah.
tell you what's worked for me as somebody who did not grow up with money and did not have anybody advising me. Like, I had to learn the hard way. And even any properties that I bought, I just would buy houses and be so scared to have a mortgage early on. I wouldn't buy it until I could afford the whole thing.
Dang.
So I would just buy
In cash.
in the
that's what they call
cash.
it, yeah.
Yeah. And so I've done that ever since. Like, I've never had a mortgage at all. I don't buy anything unless I can afford
That's
it. And now it's easier, but then I
Yeah.
would sell them. Dude, I'd sell them and I would just crush.
I wish I could do that.
I know.
That's
Well,
awesome.
Different
Yeah.
situation for us. But
just a
But-
little bit.
yeah,
but
yeah. But that's
I mean,
cool,
good
man.
for you.
So wow. So that's I wonder like just what it feels like. It's cool that he like wondered
But
what.
this is, dude. I'm sure he's killing it now. And
No, I know, but even the fact that money was a concern then, like a lot of people don't even
Dude.
think about like I just made money, we're gonna spend it.
I think he was making like $1.5 million a year. He was early second round pick. It wasn't a ton of money in a rookie deal, and he was just like, I don't want to end up like other stories
Sure,
I've seen or heard.
Yeah.
But listen, I don't want this to be taken the wrong way. I didn't save his financial life. We would just have those talks because he knew I didn't come from money and that nobody really helped me with money until way later on. And so he was.
Well, would you recommend like if somebody has that much money, are you like
I would
get a business manager or a financial
Yes.
advisor or something like that?
I think, yeah. Well, business manager for me, I had to get one whenever I had to start paying a lot of people.
Mm.
That's when I needed one because I'm paying everybody. We were touring a bunch. I was paying everybody. I'm paying percentages to agents. I'm paying percentages to managers. I'm paying percentages. So I had all these percentages and then checks I was having to write. All the other stuff was good, meaning I don't get any bills to my house or anything. They pay it all. They take care of everything at this
That's
point.
amazing.
But you have to pay them.
I get it.
Yeah,
but you don't have to
yeah,
worry
that's
about
cool.
any of
But
that.
it's still, you're paying them money to take care of your money, and they're not making you more money.
Mm.
It's not like a financial advisor that gets a percentage of what they're making you.
You ever worry about getting Billy Joel or who's the comedian?
Dane Cooked?
Dane Cooked.
Oh yeah.
No, I think, and I've had the same business manager, and we're close for 11 years.
Wow.
And there's times I call and I'm like, hey, can I afford this? Hey, can I get this? Hey, can I? You know, that's the kind of the conversation you have. And then every few months you do a whole, talk about
Yeah.
everything. I check all my accounts 3 times a day
Oh, nice.
Dang.
because I'm so
Yeah.
scared of being Dane
Dane
Cooked or that I'm overspending. Like I still have that mentality.
Yeah.
No, I don't worry about that yet.
Well,
But-
you don't worry about it because you check it 3 times.
I check it all the
I
time.
bet you Dane Cook or Billy Joel didn't check it once.
And there's a portal. And so the portal logs into all, it's like one page.
Oh,
It's
like a medical portal?
it's
That's
like,
cool.
It's like all your accounts and
That's
everything you're in.
awesome.
Yeah.
You know what I need? I need someone to come in and tell my wife how much she's spending on certain things. 'Cause I don't want to do that.
Well, that's just a you issue
Yeah.
more than it is.
Can I pay someone to do that?
Like an anonymous caller.
You just do the work. I can tell her.
We'll talk later.
The third deal is the Celtics.
Yeah, I was waiting for that one.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
So they were already good.
Yeah.
They were already really good. And the East is a little weaker than the West,
Mhm.
but they were already really good. Celtics, Pistons, probably who's going to be Eastern Conference Finals. But just trying to find out with Tatum, like where he fits now, because Jaylen Brown was killing it.
Yeah. MVP discussions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they just beat Thunder, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't Boston. That was a big win for them.
Huge win.
That's a
and they
big
put
win.
up 70 in the second half.
Yeah, big
That's
win.
crazy.
Yeah.
So Tatum finding his way with the Celtics. I don't watch a lot of Celtics. I don't watch a lot of any specific team. The Thunder, Caitlin watches a lot. But I forget what game it was about a week ago. And Tatum and Jaylen Brown were just going back. They were just ISO and taking turns.
Yeah. Which is the basketball that I don't like to see with them though sometimes, because then it's just like it gets stalemated a little bit. But yeah, it's I can't believe they're in second in the East, honestly. I thought it was a
Detroit.
throwaway season.
Oh, for
To
sure.
Detroit?
Yeah,
Early on.
Detroit, yeah.
Oh, everyone did. I
Yeah.
think it was they were questioning, hey, should we tank?
Yeah.
And then they just kept winning.
And and they're fun to watch. They got some young guys. Your boy Jordan Walsh, Arkansas kid. He's played not so much lately because Tatum's back, but he's had a good year.
He was able to show enough
Mm-hmm.
that he has a roster spot for sure.
Yeah, he's still on the roster, still hanging out. He's not in the G League or anything. So good for him.
Him and Jalen played together, right? They're in the same team?
Yeah, the 3 rookies were him, Anthony Black, and Adams, Nick Smith.
Nick Smith.
Oh, yes. Nick Smith Jr.
Yeah, and
That's
Nick
right.
Smith Jr. Is he the Lakers now?
Oh, no. Anthony Black was with...
He's Orlando. He's
still
killing
with
it.
Orlando?
Yeah, he's doing really
He's
good.
doing really good. So yeah, there you go. That's according to a casual.
You still watching a lot? Like with
Some.
the league
It
pass?
stays on. I
Yeah.
call it NBA Sunday Ticket.
Hey.
It
That's
stays
not
on.
what it's called.
Yeah, it stays on. Eddie wants to congratulate our podcast for having power.
Guys, we have
Whoa.
major power on this podcast. I don't know what it is. I mean, first off, we'll go back to Clemson, with the whole what'd you put? A hex,
A curse.
a curse on Dabo.
Oh,
and,
Dabo, yep.
and like that's power right there. Obviously, they can't do anything as a football team ever since Bobby put that curse on him. Who else? You all of a sudden became a Panthers fan. They had a really good team this year.
Made playoffs.
Made the playoffs. That's power. Now, who do we have on the podcast? NASCAR driver, Tyler Reddick.
Did he win again?
Tyler Reddick has won 3 times
Oh my goodness.
since we've had him on our podcast.
Is he on Michael Jordan's team?
He is.
I saw Darius buy into a team or own a team.
Really?
Yeah, maybe somebody needs to look that up. I don't follow NASCAR enough
Hey,
to
should
know.
we buy a team?
By
I
we,
would mean you, and then we can all just be there.
I saw that Charlemagne, my friend in New York, has sponsored a car, and he was at the race.
Well, did it have his name on the car?
Yeah, his podcast network.
That's really cool.
Yeah, he's an investor in Legacy Motor Club.
Who, Charlemagne or
Sorry,
Darius?
Darius Rucker.
Wow.
What's Legacy Motor Club? They have any good drivers I know?
Let's
They have
see.
old Penske or Dick Trickle.
Let's see.
Penske's that's a company, right? That's a motor group.
Oh, it's him and Jimmy Johnson. They own the team.
Who?
Jimmy Johnson with the
Darius
Cowboys?
No, Jimmy
Different.
Johnson, the race car
Sorry,
driver.
yeah.
That would make more sense.
Eric Jones. Not sure who that is.
Eric with a K, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Wow, look at you.
Yeah,
dude.
man. I watched
And
NASCAR.
he watches.
I know. John Hunter Nemechek.
Oh, classic. Oh, Nimmy.
Yeah. Is that it? 2
That's
drivers?
it, dude.
So are they,
That's
new,
good.
are they
Yeah,
kind of
I
a
think-
newer?
I think they're fairly new. Yeah. That's what
Yeah,
it
dude.
looks like.
Tyler Reddick's killing it. I mean, it's crazy. There was one race I saw where he got penalized and he had to start in the very back and he still won the race.
Mm.
I'm like, how does that happen?
Speaking of Michael Jordan, and also kind of like this helmet, except I didn't do this to mess it up. I have a pair of Jordan signed, like Jordan tennis shoes. And so I bought them 2 years ago. And it's a blue marker on a blue shoe.
Hmm.
Sucks.
You can barely see it.
You can see it if you look. I didn't do anything wrong. I didn't leave it in the sun. I put them in a case.
Of course, you wouldn't do that.
Yeah, it's there. It's a Carolina blue, like the front of the shoe.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
And I don't know why they would have them sign on a blue marker.
Yeah, that's pretty dumb.
Seems like a bad
so I
idea.
have those, and I walk by them, and they're cool.
And is Jordan that signed him?
Yeah, I signed both shoes.
And you want to get rid of it?
I'm not giving you those.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was just
I'm a
checking.
big Jordan fan.
Love Michael Jordan, man.
But speaking of that helmet, which I messed up by leaving in the sun, is I have a pair of Jordan signed Jordan shoes. I may just bring them up here and put them on one of the shelves on the Bobbycast.
That's cool.
Yeah, and then just zoom in to see if you can see him.
Just they can be a conversation piece.
Yeah. What is that? That's Jordan's shoe.
I have a pair of the Pizza Hut shoes over there,
Oh yeah,
Oh, those are cool.
the pie tops.
yeah.
Did you ever use that?
That would-
Because you could program it to where you hit the button and it just orders a pizza, right?
Yeah, no, I never did. I got them for my birthday a long time ago. They're really a hot item.
Are they called pie tops?
Like high tops.
That's cool.
Because they are high tops. And they were,
so awesome.
they were made by the surgeon, the guy that makes all the cool shoes. You guys familiar with the surgeon?
No, they call him the surgeon,
Yeah, because he like takes some shoes apart, makes
Oh.
and he works. Who does he work for? Nike.
himself.
Oh, he has. Oh, he's his own. He's his own entity.
Yeah, I follow him on Instagram too.
That's cool.
Dang, that's awesome.
Yeah, so those are super cool.
I remember Bobby let me into the closet and he's like, "Hey man, just pick a few pairs or whatever." And I picked the Pizza Hut. He's like, "Not those."
Oh, yeah, it's like you can have whatever shoes you want because I got a bunch of shoes. Hey, Eddie goes right to the Pizza Hut.
That was the
pie
first
top.
one I went to.
I don't blame you, dude.
Not those. Put those back.
Let's see.
You got some good Uno ones though.
I
Those are
do.
cool.
Yeah.
I like
People
those
like
ones.
those.
The Uno shoes.
Oh yeah, I get a lot of compliments on that.
Let's see. Pie tops. StockX is not letting me get in here. Pie tops 2, $3,000
$3,000
for this specific. They have different kinds, but they only made a limited amount. And these were a birthday gift, and they found some 11s. I think they only made like 50 pair.
Yeah, I remember when they came out.
I want to test it with the pizza order.
You have to. I don't even know how it works.
You put an app on your phone, and then
So like through Bluetooth.
yes,
it
it's connected to
activates
the
it?
phone.
That
And
makes
so
sense.
you push it, and the app orders the pizza to wherever you are. It has location devices.
Gosh, I'm so hungry. You reach down, hit the button.
They call your shoes Marinara Splash, by the way.
They do?
Yeah.
The color. That's probably the color.
Isn't that cool? That's
Because
awesome.
they are red, right? They're red.
They're called
Yeah.
I'd never known that. Marinara Splash?
Yeah.
22. Oh, that's tops. So yeah. Those you cannot have. Those aren't signed.
No, yeah.
But I could put the shoes. I got different sets of shoes that I could put up there, I guess. I got a shelf in the Bobbycast studio that's not done yet. I do have that really cool bat. I don't want to make it all sports because it's a music show for the most part.
the Goldie bat.
I do have, the Paul Goldschmidt bat that's really cool.
Oh yeah, I remember- and you give him the microphone.
I gave him a signed microphone.
Man,
and he gave
all
me
those have really cool stories.
Dude, every time I see him now on TV, I'm like, met that guy.
Oh, we hung out with him, man.
Yeah, he was like, I used to listen to you guys at Texas State. You know,
That's
Yeah.
so cool.
Tom Brady, maybe coming back to the NFL.
He's getting on my nerves again, man.
It's kind of getting.
I mean, what is the point of this?
So ESPN has a story. Tom Brady says he explored the possibility of coming out of retirement and returning to the NFL, adding that the league did not like that idea very much. Is it annoying he keeps talking about it?
Yeah, it's annoying that it's just like
That he doesn't just say no?
it's just like, no, I'm good. Like I've never really thought about it. Even if that conversation did happen at some point, it's like, why do you got to tell everyone about it? It's just an attention grabber.
Can he even do that as an owner?
Well, that's where the whole thing.
He would have to not be an owner anymore.
Yeah. Can't be an owner.
I believe that's the rule, right? Like he'd have to not be an owner. You can be a coach. You can be a player coach.
You can?
Yeah.
And
I used
play?
to have it all the time in the 60s and 70s.
Wow.
You can be a player coach.
Yeah, he would need to divest his ownership stake in the Raiders. And there would be salary cap. It just sounds like he just wants to be in the news again, which he's always in the news now.
Is he just getting bored?
Purposefully.
Perfect.
I mean, you don't play in that Fanatics game.
Right. And I think he only played like 3 or 4 plays.
But also he, no bull.
yeah.
Yeah,
Like
no bull.
that's becoming more like they're trying harder to make that a brand.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess there are reasons that his PR team is at work.
There's the memorabilia shop that we walked by in Boston. Or no,
San Francisco.
yeah.
Yeah, and he's got a few throughout the country.
Yeah.
Wait, does he have it or
He
or is
owns
it all
it.
his stuff?
No, he owns it.
He
Oh,
owns
so
it,
he sells stuff that's not him.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, he's open, I think, 3 at this point. That San Fran one opened up like right before we went there.
Yeah. When we walked by, it was closed. It was late at night, but there was one security guard just sitting in the middle because it's all glass. You can see in it. And there's memorabilia, cards, all kinds of stuff, and just one security guard just standing there.
Just sitting there.
It's called Card Vault.
is he owning it or is he like got partners and he's like giving him his name and for his part? It
Might
doesn't.
be that.
It doesn't matter. Usually,
I mean, he
people
goes
don't-
all the openings and cuts the ribbon and all that, so I don't know if that means anything, but his name's on it, and he's probably-
Sometimes that's their investment.
okay.
That the name's on it.
hmm It's like these artists that have bars in Nashville. They don't own the bars. Most of them. There's a couple that do, but they just lease their name.
Yeah.
And they make an agreement to go 3 times a year to do this many posts about it. And so it's Luke Bryan or Jason Aldean's bar, but they don't own the bar.
Mm.
They're just leasing or a steakhouse like Vince Young Steakhouse. Remember that in
I
Texas?
do remember that.
Vince Young didn't own the steakhouse, but he kind of gives them the rights to his name.
So when Morgan Wallen was calling Eric Church after he was getting arrested at the bar, like
I don't
that's the
know
wrong
how-
dude to call.
Well, I don't know. I don't know if Chief owns Chiefs.
That's what's Chief like, dude. Why are you calling me? I don't own that place.
I don't know. I don't know if Chief owns Chiefs.
He owns 50%, by the way, Tom Brady.
He does.
Yeah, he has 50% stake.
Well, that's a lot.
So we've waited, and we're going to talk to Jeff Goodman in just a second. As far as basketball goes, let's talk about the coaching situations in North Carolina and Kansas, at Kentucky. We're not being super timely with the games because you may not listen to this until Friday or Saturday. So don't want to spend a bunch of time talking about games that may be over. I'm going to save that for the very end of this podcast. All right, now let's get over to our talk with college basketball analyst and reporter Jeff Goodman. I'm a big fan. He's been covering basketball for a long time. Super plugged in when it comes to coaching vacancies. So we talk about that. North Carolina, Kansas, Kentucky. Not that they're all vacant, but those jobs specifically. He's worked at Fox Sports, CBS Sports, ESPN. Now has his own media network called The Field of 68, which you can watch on YouTube. Big thanks to Jeff for coming on. Here he is, Jeff Goodman. I'm a big Jeff Goodman fan. You guys can follow him on Instagram, Goodman Hoops. I had a lot of questions. You're the guy I wanted to talk to. Mostly, I know you're in D.C. for the games happening this weekend, but before we do that, I just want to talk about the coaching searches and then the possible coaching opportunities. So let's go to North Carolina first. What do you think's happening now there?
I mean, they're going outside the family. We know that. There's nobody left good enough, Bobby, to go in the family, you know? So Jerry Stackhouse, he failed at Vanderbilt. Heard Stephen A. Smith talk about Kenny Smith. Come on, like, what are we doing here? They're going to go for big names that are proven, you know, and it'll start with guys like Billy Donovan, trying to gauge his interest right now. He's with the Bulls and, you know, they're not good every year, but he's loyal. So we'll see if Billy Donovan has real interest in leaving, going back to college. Remember, obviously, he won the back-to-back titles at Florida. Ton of people close to him are all imploring him. get out of Chicago, go somewhere you can win again. And Carolina's a perfect place, and it kind of fits Billy. Number 2 would be Dusty May at Michigan. Done an incredible job. Obviously came from FAU. Final Four there. Has a chance to go to a Final Four, maybe win the whole thing this year at Michigan. But he's got a really good job at Michigan. The key is, will Michigan step up? Like they flew like commercial back from Vegas earlier this year. 2 flights back. I was there for a tournament, and they literally flew commercial. So Michigan's got to probably step up to keep Dusty May. Tommy Lloyd at Arizona has done a great job. He's in the mix as well. And then TJ Otzelberger from Iowa State is another one who's high atop their list. But yesterday, he kind of came out. He didn't really say no. And then his AD came out and said, put a tweet out saying, like, we're happy TJ is going to be here long term. So that one, like, I'm not sure where that stands right now, but I don't think it gets beyond TJ Otzelberger or Mark Byington at Vanderbilt. I think they shoot for the stars, one of those top 3 guys I mentioned, and then you've got TJ Otzelberger or Vandy's Mark Byington there that I think one of those guys would take it for sure.
The Billy Donovan thing's interesting because the Bulls aren't investing in winning, and they haven't for a while. But the NBA lifestyle, like, it is luxury. You're flying luxury. Your hotels are luxury. You're not dealing with parents that are irritated that their kids aren't getting playing. Like,
True.
Even losing in the NBA life, that's a different life than college life. I don't know personally. Do you feel Billy Donovan would listen to take that North Carolina job?
I think, again, so many people around him are telling him, you can't finish your career losing. You can change, your legacy, and look at what it was in college and go back there and dominate college basketball again. It's changed. We know that, right? Most of it not for the better in terms of dealing with, like you said, parents who have leverage, and it's all about money, agents, all that. The one thing I'll say is, like, all right, you're paying these kids a lot of money, right? $3-4 million. Price is probably going to go up this year. He's dealt with having to coach kids making a lot of money, right? Like he's got this kid, Modest Buzelis, who was drafted high a couple of years ago, straight out of high school, out of the G League, Ignite or whatever it was. And he's dealt with having to coach kids that have made a lot of money. So I don't think that'll be an adjustment for him. The adjustment will be, getting a staff that can figure out this NIL concept right now and get guys that kind of know, how to deal with all this, how to manage it, how to not overpay like Kentucky did this past year for their roster, things of that nature.
Is there any chance this ends up almost like a Penn State football where, listen, they got lucky at the very end, but they're like, we're Penn State, we're going to get, and there was nobody to get. And so at the end, there was. Luckily, Iowa State had the guy for them. Is there any chance this happens with North Carolina where they think they can grab a big name? And like you said, there's nobody in the family, and there's only a few names that we would even consider to be worthy of that job.
I think they get a big name. Again, it depends what your version of a big name is, right? Like Mark Byington and Vandy, probably not a big name to you. TJ Otzelberger at Iowa State, he's gotten three Sweet 16s in the last 5 years. Not a huge name. The big names are the ones I mentioned, right? Billy Donovan, Dusty May, Tommy Lloyd. Those are the ones. I don't think like Todd Golden is in the equation here. Now, if they got desperate, but he's got a huge buyout for college. Low buyout to go to the NBA, but huge buyout for college. Nate Oates at Alabama. I think he might take it, but again, he doesn't fit. Carolina wants like a prim and proper type coach. They don't want a dude that's rough around the edges. And both Nate Oates and Todd Golden they're rough around the edges.
Hey, speaking of Todd, Golden and Donovan, before I get to Kansas, because I want to talk about that in a second. But with Donovan winning 2 at Florida and Golden having the 1 seed this year with Florida, and he lives in Billy Donovan's shadow, even after he won a national championship. And that's really weird and rare to say after you win a title and you're still living in the shadow of another coach. Like, this loss, especially so early, had to hurt for him, right?
Yeah, because I think he felt like his backcourt was not good early in the season. He returned his whole front court from last year's title team. So the guards had started to play better. And then all of a sudden, again, they had the loss in the SEC tournament. I was there when they got absolutely blitzed by Vanderbilt, and then losing to an Iowa team that honestly, they got one high-level player in Bennett Sturts. He'll be a first-round pick. He didn't even play well. He was 0 for 9 from 3. And Iowa just controlled the pace, frustrated him, and with a much smaller front court, I think they tied him on the glass. Like it was shocking. One of the more shocking upsets I've seen in the tournament. So yeah, I mean, again, you're playing with house money a little bit because you won the title last year, but yeah, Todd Golden certainly expected to go further with this group with how they had played the last 2 months of the year.
All right, let's go to Kansas and Self. And, again, I haven't seen anything yet this morning, but his statement was kind of, hey, we're still moving forward, but it's still like evaluating his health. Like, what do you think happens in Kansas?
I think he retires. I do. And it's sad to me because I think it's health. It's clearly health. I talked to Bill yesterday and he said, like, I still love it. I still want to coach. But ultimately, he's had numerous heart issues, 63 years old. Like, at some point, you say to yourself, is it worth it? And your wife and your kids, and he's got a grandkid now. There's more things. You're not 43. You're 63. You're probably going to retire in the next couple of years anyway. This isn't the way you wanted to go out if you go out this way, especially with having Darren Peterson this year. And I don't know how much you follow that circus. He came in as the number one pick and, was playing, was cramping up, was hammy, was all this type of thing. He just didn't play to his potential. So I don't think Bill wants to go out this way, but I think ultimately you got to listen to your doctors. And I think the doctors basically will tell him and have told Bill, listen, probably isn't the smartest move.
I followed the Peterson thing very closely. And do you think what do you think teams learned from that this season?
I think they question his competitiveness now. Talking to NBA GMs, that is what they question. And I never would have questioned this. A couple of years ago, I remember seeing him on the AAU circuit and saying, I think he's the best player in the country. And at that point, it was A.J. DeBonsa. He was a clear number one player in the country. And I never would have envisioned this out of Peterson. I thought he was a killer as a player. And all these issues. And I think it became, it was something where there was a full body cramps in the preseason. And I think that absolutely affected him mentally going forward. And he couldn't work through it. And I'm sure his dad, I was supposed to sit down with him, towards the end of the season in Ames, Iowa. And my take was like, let him tell his story. Let him tell his story of what's gone on with him this year. And they pulled it at the last minute. And I'm like, just tell it with anybody. You don't have to tell it with me. I don't care. Like, I know the kid trusts me a little bit, but like, we want to hear, like, they didn't control the narrative well at all. They should have, and they could have, but they didn't. So then everybody's kind of wondering, like, what's going on with this kid?
Yeah, the same. Cause I'm a massive SEC guy, massive Arkansas guy.
Are you?
So, so I'm like focused in on us and Calipari and Darius Acuff, but I'm watching BYU. I'm watching Kansas. I'm watching Duke, like all these other early round one guys. And yeah, the narrative was that he would check himself out of games, that he didn't really want it. Now, again, I'm a casual Kansas guy, so I'm only seeing what's being fed to me. But I feel like, as me, somebody who's kind of paying attention, my relationship with what his work ethic and his competitive, it wasn't good.
Correct. And if you had seen him come out, Bobby, if you had seen his face and he said, hey, listen, I had this incident back in September where I had to go to the hospital. And yeah, I'm trying to work through this thing. Like, I'm trying in the worst way and I'm worried, and I'm sure the people close to him, all these kids have agents now, but his dad's very involved. And I'm sure early on it was like, hey, the moment you feel anything, we can't have you going into full body cramps in front of the country on the court. That will kill your draft stock. So I'm sure they're trying to protect him early. And then he's hearing it. And then he's trying to, and he did. He played the last 7-8 games, but that was not the player. Legitimately, when I say that was not the same player that I saw 2 years ago in the AU circuit, doesn't look like the Darren Peterson I knew.
If Self retires, is it the same list of names or do they stay in staff?
They brought on Jacques Vaughn before the year to be an assistant coach. At the point they brought him on, I was like, he could be the guy, right? He could be the guy. I don't think that'll be the case. I think they'll swing. Now, again, if you get to a certain point, you could go with Jacques Vaughn if you miss on some guys, but I think you'll have some of the same guys. And I think, Tommy Lloyd, I think Kansas fits Nate Oates and Todd Golden better, right? They are rough around the edges. That's what Bill Self has been over the years. I think you can add in a Grant McCaslin of Texas Tech. But I think it's similar. But Golden's got a big buyout, as I said. Nate Oates' buyout goes down. It's affordable for a place like Kansas. So I could see a Nate Oates being in play at Kansas where he's not really in play at North Carolina.
So Carolina, Kansas. Now, Kentucky is not changing coaches. It was Pope's second year, below expectations for sure. They spent a bunch of money on that roster. It was not pieced together in a way that ended with Kentucky doing anything this year. That being said, Pope's on the hot seat for next season. Agree or disagree?
I agree. No. How can you not? Right? It's year 3. And I know your boy Cal, like he didn't do well at the end at Kentucky. So Pope will kind of point to that and say, look at our track record the last couple of years. We made the tournament. We've won a couple tournament games. Cal didn't do that his last 4 years at Kentucky. But when you have a roster of $20 million, the number one spender in the country this year, you got to be better than what they were. I don't care about the injuries. Jalen Lowe went out, the point guard. They got a kid, Jaden Quaintance, that they knew was coming off knee surgery. He played like 3 games all year. When you got 20 million, listen, you got to figure it out. Yeah, I mean, you can't use that as excuse. So I think ultimately, yes, year 3 is critical for Mark Pope. And what I worry about is they didn't bring in a general manager. And I think all these high-level programs, they should have a general manager that is literally looking at the portal all year, like from January certainly on, probably all year, and be organized in the portal and be watching these kids and evaluating them. I think it's really, they should have a coach that is devoted 100% to the portal. Now, you could also have a guy who does contracts. So you could put together like a team, a general manager, kind of a team, like almost a scouting team, something like that. Kentucky doesn't have that. Pope is still handling that. And I think it's too much on his plate. When you're trying to focus on this year's team, you don't have time to go in and check all the, talk to agents, because you got to be talking to agents every day. They're the ones that are really in control of where these kids end up right now. So I worry about year 3 with Pope, to be honest, because of that.
The NBA's tankathon right now, so we don't know who's going to get the number 1 pick. That being said, it's been the same 3 guys, 1, 2, or 3. But I think Darius Acuff has now made people are now squatting about him a little bit. Where do you think it lands if you were to just right now theoretically give us a top 4, top 5?
Man, it is so hard. Like I think, again, NBA teams are going to go digging on Darren Peterson. They are. They're going to dig not just the medical, but it's more this, right? They're going to talk to everybody around that kid and find out, like, all right, what makes him tick? What really happened there? Is it worth rolling the dice on him? I think AJ DeBonsa's probably taken over the number 1 spot in the minds of most NBA decision makers. So I think today he goes 1. Peterson, I still think, goes 2. And then it really gets, and I said this early in the year and people crushed me for it. I was like, I don't know if Cam Boozer's 3 or even 4. Like I could see a scenario where the best player in college basketball, clearly, and the most reliable player we've seen in years in college hoops, kind of slips to 5. And Caleb Wilson has higher upside. He's a freak athlete. Your boy Acuff has been as productive as any player not named Cam Boozer all year. And he is unstoppable getting to the basket. And he shot it way better than I thought he would. And he took care of the ball way better than I thought he would. Now, did he guard? No, but nobody on that team really. As you watch him a lot. Nobody guards. Like, I mean, that game against High Point, the end of it, it was like AAU basketball. It was literally like I was watching AAU basketball. But Acuff's in that, like, I think what Darius has done is he's moved his way to the front of the line of that point guard crew, right? And you've got Kingston Flemings from Houston, a freshman, Keaton Wagler from Illinois, a freshman, Michael Brown, who was ahead of him, clearly going into the year from Louisville, and he was in and out of the lineup with a back injury all year. I think Acuff's top 5. I'm not ready to say he's 1. I don't see a scenario where anybody takes Darius Acuff over AJ DeBonsa and Darren Peterson.
If Kendrick Perkins, though, were the GM, he would take him at 1, Jeff. You've heard him 18 times now.
I have, and Perk, I don't think Perk watches anything, so I'm not relying on Kendrick Perkins as scout here.
You can watch the Field of 68 on YouTube, and on 3 you can read and watch Jeff's work. So you're in DC. What are you looking forward to tonight?
So tomorrow night of the games here in DC.
Okay. Tonight your Arizona team plays my team, though.
They do. And that could be a really good game. You know, and I went to Arizona, by the way. They don't like me there, but I went there. I think, again, Arizona is probably the most complete team in the country. You know, Arkansas is going to have to play an incredible game. And Malik Thomas is going to have to be efficient, number one. And Trevin Brazile better show up. Like, he better show up. He is clearly the X factor for Arkansas. To me, every single game, when he plays well, they have a chance to beat just about anybody. And he's going to need to, because Arizona's got Krivas up front. Koa Pete is a freak athlete up front. They got a lot, and they got 2 guards, man, that, again, Acuff will be the best guard on the court talent-wise, but Braden Burries isn't far behind as a freshman. He'll be a lottery pick. And then you got Jaden Bradley, who's made more big shots than probably anybody this season in college basketball. So that game's going to be awesome. I mean, listen, the beauty of – it's sad that there weren't a lot of Cinderellas in the first round. I hate that. But the beauty is we got all the big boys, you know, here in the Sweet 16. And I'm in the East. I mean, think about what I have here. You know, Duke St. John's, you know, Shire, who's probably going to be a Hall of Famer one day, against Rick Pitino, probably the greatest coach in college basketball right now. And then you go down to the other game, and you've got Dan Hurley and UConn against Tom Izzo, Michigan State. Like, it's insane here.
You guys follow Jeff at Goodman Hoops, and also I'm a big fan of the Field of 68. So, hey, Jeff, thank you so much for spending some time with us. Hope you have a great weekend up in DC, and hopefully we'll talk to you again soon.
Likewise. Thanks, man. Appreciate it.
Thanks, Jeff. All right, thanks to Jeff Goodman for being on with us. Arkansas plays tonight. This is all going to be timely now. So,
How are you feeling?
if it's 3 or 4 days later, you can skip all this part.
Doing all right?
I want to win. I don't expect us to win. So I'm saying right now, even if we lose this year in the Sweet 16, it's different than last year losing in the Sweet 16. Why, you ask? Because it's the same. Why?
Hey, why?
How come?
Because we won the SEC tournament.
This year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're already a
We're
champ.
trending up. So it's not exactly the same. Last year, we didn't win the SEC tournament, and then we went to Sweet 16. This year, we won the SEC tournament, and then we went to the Sweet 16, trending up. Darius Acuff was awesome this year. Got to be happy with that. Brought a bunch of eyeballs to Arkansas.
Yeah.
So if we don't win, I'm going to be disappointed, but I'm going to be an adult and go, that was a fun season. It was Cal's second year. We had a good year. We won the SEC championship, the tournament, and then we went to Sweet 16. And we're going to have one of the best recruiting classes in the country next year.
Eddie, he's
What?
maturing.
He is maturing.
He's turning into a mature.
You think it's the baby? What do you think it is?
It's got to be.
Do you think he's a dad?
It's not.
It's got to be.
What is it then? Tell us.
It's me being tired of being mad and tired.
I get that.
But we have gotten better. I'm having this conversation ahead because my genuine, because last year we lost. It was like the worst Sweet 16
Yeah.
come from behind Texas Tech beat us ever.
Yes.
Because we were up big time.
Yep.
That sucked. This year, regardless of what happens, I'm still going to be upset. I'm not going to like losing. But if we lose, I'm going to go, man, what a good year. That was fun. I bet we're going to be even better next year.
I like it.
Now, talk to me.
Tomorrow.
Yeah.
What sucks is we play in the West, and the game doesn't even start until 8:30.
It's a
was
late
gonna
one.
say,
It's not the
late.
last one, but it's a late one.
What sucks for us at Arkansas is we played in Portland for the first 2 games. And so, we played Thursday, Saturday, played again on Thursday. So you're going to have to fly all the way to Fayetteville, all the way. We didn't. We just stayed in a hotel, flew right to San Jose and stayed in a hotel.
That's what I was going to say. Just stay.
But it's still harder than people to get to go home for a couple
Sure.
days. Like just being in a hotel for a whole week,
Yeah.
that
that's
sucks.
tough. That's tough.
Nothing's normal. Your food's not normal.
Mhm.
Your beds aren't normal. It stinks. So that's my excuse.
Okay. Before you see anything, that's your excuse.
Man, we've been on the road for a week.
I know. But if they win, it's because they stayed. out west,
well,
right?
of course.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Obviously, that's it.
Okay.
So
Do you think they cover?
I don't.
It hasn't changed at all.
It has
Is it
not.
8?
8.5.
I don't know, dude.
Okay. Just trying to get your take on
You're
it.
asking someone that is too emotionally invested.
Right. It's not the person to get advice from.
If they win this game,
Oh my
God.
God. What are we doing? What are we doing? Let's talk about what we're doing.
oh my god,
Are we
Well,
going downtown?
No,
Do you want me to come
Are
by
we
and pick
hitting
you
up
up?
Broadway?
I got a baby, but
Can we take the baby downtown?
what is that?
we go down like the
not old school. With a baby, you get.
Oh, Hangover.
Yeah.
Bjorn.
Yeah.
No, we won't be doing
Okay,
that.
all right.
But Final Four, we're gonna go if we make it to the Final Four.
Oh my
Because
goodness.
it's close. It's in Indianapolis.
Oh, dude, that's so.
I haven't asked my wife yet because I don't want to jinx the
Yeah.
ask. Like, hey, do you care? And then get in trouble for asking, and then we don't even go.
It's not worth
That's like a wasteful trouble.
Yeah.
Why would you even do that?
Don't bring it up.
So, all right, that's what's up. We're done. Thanks, Jeff Goodman, for coming on. You guys watching the game tonight?
Absolutely.
Heck yeah.
I mean, it's not your
Absolutely.
team. It's late. I didn't know if you'd stay up and watch it.
What do you mean?
Yeah, but it's good basketball, and it's for for this podcast.
You know, Arkansas is honorarily my team. Like they are my team. My kids.
Today it's Florida State because you have on Florida State
Well, I don't.
gear for
No,
Florida State.
It was just on top of the laundry pile.
Oh, okay.
Really. But I'm telling you, even my kids, they root for Arkansas only because I do, and I only do it for you. So
And you do because you got free stuff, though.
yeah, we've been so many times.
Yeah.
Mhm.
All right, that's it. Thank you, guys. Anything else?
Oh man, that's it. Go Hogs.
Yeah. And Texas. Good luck, Mike.
Mike's got the whistle.
Ready.
Are they playing tonight or tomorrow?
Tonight,
They play after us?
before 6.
So are we the last game then?
No, you're second to last.
Illinois,
the last
Houston.
Illinois and
Houston.
Houston.
But they're in like the.
I know it's weird.
Yeah, they're south.
Where are they?
And they
playing?
play at 9 o'clock our time central.
Is that Houston? Where are they playing?
Houston.
That's weird.
They start at 9 Central?
That's crazy.
weird.
You would think they would start our game later and let that one start.
Correct, since you're in the West.
That's crazy. I hope Houston wins. I bought them in our Calcutta.
I bought Illinois in the Calcutta.
Oh.
Why would I not root for Houston? I bought them.
Well,
for the same reason you're going, no,
Okay,
no,
well-
no.
Well, I hope I win.
All right, that's it. Thank you guys. We'll see you next week. Mike, hit that whistle. All right, bye, everybody.